Welcome to KIllco Whiskey Musings. Am I in the right spot? Can't tell. Yes, Sample Sunday once more. I feel like I'm in the wrong spot again. All right. Today, we are trying Russels for the very first time. Russels Reserve stuff. Donated by Sunday Evening Scotch. You may have seen that I opened these from their plastic containings on Friday. I think it was Friday. Pretty sure it was Friday. Shamples. John McKellen, welcome. Shamples. And we picked out two. I had to ask him which ones he thought might be the most enjoyable as the first one ever. Because I like rare breed, I like wild turkey in general. Enjoy. But I've never been able to find Russels in my area. So here we are. Two of them. Actually, five of them. But we're having two today. Because having five would be a mistake. I would not be functional at all. We're starting with a Russels Reserve from 2019. I'm going to pull up the little info sheet here because I have the option to have the info. There's so much info. These are weird. I'm not used to this. What is that barrel? There's a barrel number, but I can't read the start of it. But it is from Rickhouse D, floor 6. And I think he told me, hold on. Hold, please. Got to make sure I get this right. Da-da-da-da-da. Bop-bop-bop. The D is elite beverage from Indiana. Noblesville, Indiana. There you go. Yes, mother. Welcome. Pre-pandemic. So this is vintage, officially, I guess. But I'm looking forward to trying it for the first time. I imagine it's going to taste a lot like, wild turkey stuff. But since I've never actually had it, I don't even know how to look any of this up. That was the other problem I realized I had, is that I use a Whizzky app to check these out and see what I think, see what other people think. And I'm realizing these are so specific that I just don't have that option, basically. I'll look just for you, and mostly for me, but also just for you. We'll see. I'll type in Russels and see what happens, because what I assume is going to happen here is that it's just going to have a long list of hundreds of Russels products, because there are so many store pick options from what I'm told. I mean, again, I can't seem to find this stuff in my area. It's very frustrating. But then again, I haven't looked very hard because this past year has not been whiskey hunting-ish positive, as I would say. There we go. Whoop. That was easy. Thankfully. For the camera. I want to pour all of it. I almost did. I want to save a little for later because this is 100 proof. I think it's 55% when I looked. I don't know if it would help. I don't think it would. It's too specific. Like, it's the year and a specific store and a specific, Rick House and all that other stuff. So I'm not going to find the exact thing because it's just too narrow of a spectrum. I can find Russels and I can get a general idea of what is in the bottle, but it's going to be slightly different depending on all these options here. I typed in Russels. Oh, hopefully it's not as many as I thought, but it is like Russels Reserve single barrel, Russels Reserve 10-year, the rye, straight rye, barrel proof. There are a number of different kinds here. John T, cheers, welcome. To the show. And I just poured some Russels Reserve for the very first time. So I think I'm just going to look up like the 10-year Russels. I assume this is 10-year, but I'm not sure. I can double check. But I think that's as close as I'm going to get to a option to look into. Let's see, D. That's the wrong one. D. Bindor, welcome. oblivion, no, to the show. I'm a little out of it today. I don't know why. I was out of it yesterday too, but that was because I realized I had forgotten to take my medication that day. So don't do that. It's not helpful. I felt weird yesterday and it was unpleasant. So yes, this one is 55%, but it just says Russell's Reserve. I don't think it says tenure on it. So if I can find something that says Russell's Reserve, that'll give me a general idea. Maybe, sort of. Some of these say tenure, though. Now I'm getting confused. I'm trying to find things, and I'm getting confused by the things. And really, I should just be drinking the damn whiskey. Russell's Reserve straight, Russell's Reserve single barrel. I think this is a single barrel. This is what I was worried about. Too much information. Russell's Reserve, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. I can't. I'm trying to look around that. I can't. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Single barrel. Non-chill filtered. But I don't see 10 on it. I'm looking for a number. I'm not seeing a 10. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if I actually look at the wrong one, but I will click on the Russell's Reserve single barrel bourbon because that is what I see. Russell's Reserve Kentucky straight bourbon. Russell's Reserve straight bourbon, but that says 10-year. Oh my gosh, I can't take this. All right, let's get to the whiskey, shall we? At least figure out what I think about it. Oh, unsurprisingly, it smells a lot like wild turkey. What a shock. What a twist. It's like heavy brown sugar. Oh, I like. Oh, also the color. I'll do that. That's pretty good. Pretty sweet. Cheech, welcome to the show. You want to call it the show? I think it's a show. I don't know what else to call it. Welcome to the bar. I don't have a bar. Welcome to the corner of my apartment. That doesn't sound much better. Welcome in general. I'm trying Russell's for the first time. It's darkish. Yes, mother, it's darkish. It's a nice bourbon colored, to say the least. It's a show. Okay. There's no business like show business. As soon as they said that, that's where my brain went. That's going to be stuck in my head now. Time with Owen, welcome. If I didn't say that already, because short-term memories are a thing. We hear Ken is still alive. We hear he might still have power. Welcome to my musing. That's a possibility. It's really all I'm doing. Just easier to say welcome to the show. We are now at the bar. It is the corner. Whiskey Mountains, welcome. Welcome to whatever this is. We are debating what it is. It's either the corner bar, Whiskey Musings, or as my mother said, welcome to my musings, or the show, as she said. I almost feel like I should have the Mr. Rogers music. Nah, it's gonna be stuck in my head too. That is definitely gonna be stuck in my head. For those of you just joining, I am having a Russell's pick for the first time, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just getting mostly brown sugar off of it. It's glorious. No heavy proof. There is something that I can't quite place, as per usual. I guess I'll say caramel. It smells really sweet, not like aggressively sweet, but you know, it's bourbon. It's got the bourbon smell. Big surprise. I do have a sweater of some sort. can grab it. Then I get very warm very quickly. That's not for indoors. It's for outdoors. Technically, it has a zipper and everything. I've never had one either until now. These were donated to the channel. Of course, I can't remember who because I was just looking at it 2 seconds ago. Sunday Evening Scotch. That's why it's so confusing. I got bourbon samples from Sunday Evening Scotch. I was talking to him earlier about some of these. This is 55%, so it's up there, but it doesn't smell like it's up there. That's definitely stuck in my head now. Cheech had a storm too? Good grief. Again, looking forward to it, Cheech. Again, as I said, I've never had Russels. I've never had like the normal Russels. I don't think that's even in here. I'm pretty sure it isn't. And the only thing that's bugging me is I can't quite tell if it's a 10-year or not. Yeah. I'm debating with myself if I should pour the rest of this, but I can't quite tell how much is in there. I'll wait. Again, I have to have 2 of these, and usually it takes me an hour to drink one. So ever since I had that wheel horse, I keep thinking I find fruitish stuff in bourbons, which wasn't happening before. I think there's like a hint of oak. I mean, there really should be. The proof isn't there. It doesn't smell like it's a high proof. Not that I know exactly what that smells like. I can usually tell on the taste, but again, with my system being the way it is, if I can have a 40% thing and it'll still burn going all the way down, just cause. And again, this is like the edited out part where I'm just like for 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, again, I don't even know what is the Russell's normal proof. If it's lower than 50, then I probably won't like it too much. But again, it's also, these are all picks. That's the nice part. So it's letting me in on the high proof first. I should probably do that. There we go. I always forget. Well, all in all, it smells wonderful. It's similar to wild turkey, but there's something slightly different. And I think it's just this weird fruit thing, which I may be imagining because I got exposed to that sensation with the wheel horse. Ooh. Well, that's fun. That's one of the horrors of like streaming. You're like, I'm just going to stream. I'll make it, later. And then the one scenario I've had here is when I started doing a video, it was the middle of the night, pretty much like 1 a.m. or something like that. And I started doing a whiskey video and the fire alarm goes off in the whole apartment building, which is bad because then everyone has to go outside and, oh, okay. So the regulars on, yeah, that would probably bother me a little bit. I don't mind 90 proof, but as Hot Butter Roll says, I think it's a, what do they say, proof to suits. I like high proof stuff. That's all I can say. Oh, 110. Okay, so I'm going to assume this other one is 110 then, because I'm not sure if it is. Well, I'm glad you made it safely through that. I'm glad your power is back. Certainly, that's always not fun. If I lose power, I don't know what to do with myself. Like it's just, should I read a book? Should I sleep? Sleeping works. That's like the fast forward button on life. If I don't have problems falling asleep, which does happen, it happened last night. I went to bed around 3 a.m. Didn't wake up. Didn't actually get to sleep until probably after 4 a.m. That was fun. Anthony, welcome. Welcome to the show. It's my automatic thing I say. All right, here's the sip. First sip ever. First sip ever. It's oakier than I thought it would be. Less sweet, too. Tongue tingles, definitely. Well, I like it, but it's not what I was expecting. It's probably because I have Wild Turkey 101 locked in so hard that I was thinking it'd be kind of sweet, high proof, a little bit of oak, mostly sugary and sweet kind of stuff, caramel, etc., etc. No, not with this one anyway. Again, this is a pick, so it's kind of someone else's preference, I assume. Oh, I saw my name. I saw it. Ah, yes. That sounds about right. That is the general way things work. It's like I have no gig, I got nothing to do. I'm ready for the stream. We're all ready to go. 10. Here we go. And yeah, that's what you get for being prepared. I wonder, has it happened to you, Whiskey Mountains, where you've actually like gone out, just for one of your walks, ready to do like something outdoors, and just like the weather just changes on you? It's like, oh, guess not now. I know it's been windy sometimes. That's happened. I don't mind the wind, and usually we can't hear it. Like you'll say something about the wind, and then in the video you can't really tell. Oh, I couldn't. Never prepare. Yes, do what I do and just panic 30 minutes before the stream because you have no idea what you're gonna do. Like today was different. Today I actually thought about the Russels picks, and I was like, okay, I started the stream. I set the stream last night, which I don't normally do. Usually I wait till the day of because I expect something terrible to happen. It's grand. From now on, wait till the last. Ooh, it's spicy. Ooh. And yes, it does burn going down. Whoa, right here. Right here. It's not blowing my mind with flavor, but it is enjoyable. I think it's doing the same thing the old Forester did, where I like the high proof, but sometimes once it gets this high, like 50, 55-ish and above, I guess, again, guessing, is when it's not that it's less enjoyable, it just becomes fighty, I guess. And I take a sip and I'm like, oh, I like it, but for some reason that makes it more difficult for me to enjoy because it's just a little bitey and oh, angry dog in the hallway. People here who own dogs are insane. Yeah. I mean, beautiful scenery, unless it's like, you know what? Let's have it snow just while you're up here. Ugh. Tongue tingles, yes, mother. A little bit. Not too severe. Yeah, like you said that in one of your videos I watched, and I was like, I didn't notice anything. So thankfully, it's a good mic for outdoorsy stuff. Like my mic, I like my mic, but it also picks up everything, like the person next door or the dog in the hallway. Just which is good because this way I don't have to be right here to talk to you because that would be weird. It'll be an interesting show. Hello, this is Whizzky Musings. My name is Brian. I'm going to talk like this. ADHD has done this before. What is this called? I forget. ASMR. Hi. That's a little weird, but it's funny. It's funny. I don't know if it was a cute little attack dog. It sounded pretty loud to me. All right, we'll give this one more swig. It's the smell and the taste. They don't line up. It tastes good, but I think it's more oak forward than I'm used to for most of my bourbons. I'm usually used to a sweeter bourbon. And this one's a little more oak tannin-y. And the smell makes you think you're ready. You're waiting for something really sweet. Like it smells like a sweet bourbon. And then you taste it, and it isn't. It's pretty sweet, but it's also pretty oaky. Or wood, not too woody. I guess oaky? Oaky woody? Woody oaky? Tannins? Words. All right, let's see what the general consensus is on this stuff, the Russels. I'm going to say this one says Russels Reserve Straight Bourbon, 10-year-old, but the picture that I was sent by Sunday Evening Scotch does not show a 10 on it. It just says Russels Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. But again, that's a store pick, so I don't know. It's going to bother me, I promise. So Russels Reserve Straight Bourbon. Hold on. If my brain would just hold on to information in more than 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Hold that thought. Oh, the bourbon. Hello. Welcome. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Straight Bourbon. Okay. Doesn't say Kentucky, but good enough. Here we go. Sheesh. Trav, not sure. You've been in here on and off randomly, but Cindy Clevey is my mother. She says hi. It seems to be a theme with a lot of whiskey tubers. They have their mother, and I think what ADHD whiskey has his mom in the stream most of the time. And who else? Whiskey Central occasionally, I think. That's what? Ugh. I mean, I don't mind rye bread, but that's like the real brown stuff, isn't it? I think I like marble rye. I think I can deal with. Straight up rye bread that goes good with something, but I forget what. I'm thinking of a very specific sandwich. But as always, I don't remember what. Something in rye. Oh, and for anyone curious, not that anyone is curious, I'm going to tell you anyway. The spring incident I had last Friday, which I hope I have under control now, but I'm not quite certain, is there were ants getting into my apartment. Sign of spring, as I said. They were coming up through the floor because this is a ridiculously old floor. You can't see it, but it is. I don't know how old these boards are, but they've been here as long as the building, I think. And this is a very old building. It used to be a factory back in the ye olden days. I'll have to show a picture of the people. There's like a black and white picture. I think it was a cotton mill or something like that. Something bizarre. But there's all these weird little things that are in the floor that I guess were used for the actual process of making things. And of course, some of the boarding, it's like, here's 2 strips of board, except there's this giant space in between full of muck and just whatever. And all I did was put some wood glue stuff in there and hope they never come back. So that's exciting. I'm sure they will because they have before. Yes, it was a mill. Hopefully they're gone. One of the scary things I have about living around here is opening my window. I have a screen, right? But sometimes, well, when I had a cat, he put a few holes in one of the screens, and then it's a screen, so it keeps out most things. But I realized that fruit flies are very small, and if they get into your apartment and find something, comes a problem. I had those at the end of last summer. They're gone now, but that was not fun. Apparently they like coffee grinds, which I don't know how the hell they found it since it was in the garbage, but hey. Just say that was an experience. I'm still bothered by the fact that this says 10-year. We pulled up the whiskey. It's bothering me because the proof's wrong too. Let's see if I can find another one. Small batch. No. It's not rye. Yeah, there are a bunch on here. Oh, this is gonna bother me. No matter what I do. So there's single barrel bourbon. Let's see what the proof is for this. If the proof is right. Okay. So we have a Russels Reserve single barrel bourbon, which I pulled up. The proof is right, and the label looks correct for what I was shown, but of course, this is a single barrel option, so this could taste nothing like the one I have right now and smell nothing like the one I have. But it's all I got. It's all I'm going with. All right. We start with the average price paid, which it says here is $57.22, so I'm going to guess $60-ish, maybe 55, $60 as an average. The nose on this, supposedly, and again, this is not the exact thing, because that's just not going to happen. I'm also getting spoilers for the other one, but I imagine they're both kind of similar. It's bourbon. I often find bourbon is very similar unless it's not, which has happened a number of times recently with Wheel Horse. What else did I review? Was it Early Times? I forget. But there was one of these that didn't quite line up. Maybe it was the Elijah Craig store pick I got. I don't remember. Again, memory problems. Nose profile, exactly what you expect almost. Oak, vanilla, caramel, cinnamon. It doesn't say brown sugar, though. Again, store pick. Biting gnats. Wonderful. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Here's the funny thing about rye, for me. I get the black licorice / eucalyptus kind of thing out of them, which I don't mind. I don't hate it. Like, I've had shots of Jägermeister. I've had, what's the other one? Hold on. French liquor thing. High proof. Did a review once. It's got the most views on this channel, which is a bit weird because it has nothing to do with whiskey. Hold, please. Waiting for Brian to kick into gear here. Dude. It's right there. I can't. Absinthe. There we go. Whew. That took far too long. But yeah, I have an absinthe review video on here somewhere, and it's got the most views out of all of the videos I've ever done. Shocking. But that also tastes a lot like black licorice, which I don't mind. Yes, Mom, stop typing so fast. It is absinthe. But that's the funny thing, is that's supposed to be, well, not absinthe, but with the rye stuff I've had, it's always that kind of black licorice thing. And while that's something I get on rye stuff, I don't get that when I'm eating rye anything else, or a high rye whiskey. Like, is Wild Turkey a high rye, or has it just got some rye in it? When I say high rye, that can be anything. I gotta find that out now. One thing at a time. And again, we're using an app. I think I have it listed below to find out more about this Russels-ish stuff. For the flavor profile, I would agree with this, sort of. It says oak, which I got, leathery, which is something I didn't say, but I like the idea of. Caramel, a little bit, toffee, kind of vanilla. The sweetness isn't there as much for me. Cinnamon? Maybe? Hold on. Not really. I mean, maybe a little. Get the little dance across my tongue thing. Tongue tingle, as my mother said, and what I've said before. But it's not spiky or needly, I guess is the best way to put it. It just kind of glides. Am I making sense? It doesn't seem like I'm making sense, but I guess I am. And the finish of this, supposedly, spicy, cinnamon, oak, pepper, sweet. Yeah, I wouldn't agree. This one doesn't finish. Again, we're going off a basic Russels single barrel, which is not technically like this one, but it's as close as I could get. I think I got half in here still. I think it's good. It's tasty, but it's not blowing my mind, which is good because, again, I haven't been able to find Russell stuff around where I am. And again, the price listed is over $50, which is out of my price range, which makes me remind myself that money is a thing and I don't have as much as I should. If you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can. If you don't want to, well, that's okay too. It's fine. Oh, feel shorter. Oh, that's what it is. Hold, please. There. Now you can see more of the whiskey. And also, it did make me feel shorter because there's a gap between the top of my head and the top of the. Anyway. Yeah, it does. Like I do not. All right, here's the story. I've said the story before, but I'll say it again because repetition is key. So I have a mouthwash that I use, and for the longest time, I was telling people I don't know what eucalyptus is like. You know, there are no eucalyptus trees in New England, but I realized when I actually read the label, of course, the mint stuff I use, the mouthwash, whatever you want to call it, says eucalyptus mint. So I had suddenly it's like, oh, I do have some kind of reference, and it's close to mint flavored. Okay, I can do that. I got it. But until I actually find myself in the company of eucalyptus, I can't be certain, but I have a general idea. And I always kind of slide that in with the eucalyptus mint and with rye, I mean, the black licorice thing. They kind of follow each other around in that area. Not always, but sometimes. And I don't mind mint sometimes. Like I'm very specific with mint. I used to like mint ice cream, not so much anymore because it's just too much. It's like eating toothpaste. And I do like York peppermint patties, but that also has dark chocolate. So there's, a little layering there. There's two things happening, not just one. But I also like those at the end of dinner. The after dinner mint, that kind of thing. If it's only a little, it's fine. But mint can be overdone real quick. And I don't mind mint juleps. Those are okay. As long as the mint isn't overpowering, Once you're getting overdosed by mint, or if it's too much, like with the mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's nice at first, and then you're like, why? I'm trying to remember what my favorite ice cream is. It used to be just chocolate because that's easy. But I imagine there's so many different flavors out there. Oh yes, one of my favorites is Americone Dream by Ben & Jerry's. You may know what that is, and if you haven't tried it, you should. It's got like waffle cone stuff in it. It's as close as you can get to having a waffle cone without having a waffle cone, I think. You shouldn't tell people what you dislike. Whiskey Mountains. It's dangerous. Whoops. Here we go. I've said how much I dislike fake banana flavoring. And I've tried something on here called 99 Bananas. It was awful. Still haven't tried my Malort. It's on the list of things I will likely not like. South Carolina. Puerto Rico. Good grief. So you're an outdoorsy person. I am a person who wishes they were more outdoorsy, except every time I go outside, it's interesting thoughts of wild animals, poisonous plants, blood-sucking insects, that kind of stuff. That's the anxiety problems, which I assume you're aware of. But if no one's aware, I have a lot of mental problems. I know you can't tell, but I do. I promise. The fact that I don't like leaving my apartment because there are people around kind of demonstrates the very base level of how bad it can be. What I like to say is, how the past year has made you feel when you go out and do stuff? Now imagine that for 25 years. And that's been your life. It's not fun. Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. Is mint can be overdone very easily. And with me, I like York peppermint patties, and there's another mint thing that's like a candy I don't mind. I forget what. Oh, what are they called? Andres? Andris? They're always around at Christmas time, or at least for the holidays. And sometimes they're at restaurants. And it's the same kind of thing. It's like dark chocolate and mint. Andes? Anders? It has a mountain on it, if that helps anyone. It doesn't help me. Bourbon Neophyte, welcome. See, that's the trouble with having a pet. I had a pet for many years, which I did enjoy, and sadly that ended a little over a year ago. Not a dog. I don't think I've had a dog since, well, my parents' house mostly. There was a dog we had named Sandy, and there was also a dog named Max, but that was after I moved out. Mom knows. Mom knows. Andes mints. Yes, that's right. Andes. Bourbon Neophyte. Mom. Bourbon Neophyte. Yes, it's a fun thing. Oh, Sam, no, I know that was really far back. That was like a kid. Like I definitely remember Sam, but that was ages ago. That's a whole different life, pretty much. But yeah, you get it. Most people do. Most people understand anxiety issues, but they don't understand it to the point where it's constant. And that's why I often used alcohol when I was at social gatherings. It helped in a not good way, but also a good way. Made it so it's a little more tolerable to be around other people. Like I don't understand going to loud bars or loud shows because I have problems just dealing with noisy restaurants. You know, that's how bad it is. My mom can attest to that. I even have a certain habit of having to sit in a certain place where I don't have my back to people, and sometimes I have to know where the door is, like the exit. I have to see who comes in if I'm near it, just in case, because there could be a maniac who comes in with a gun. Hasn't happened yet, but there's the thought it could. So I want to know when they do, just so I can get under the table or something, or at least duck behind the bar. It's a little awful. Yes, that was. How old was I then, Ma? 8, something like that. I know we had him since I was born, but again, that was ages ago. I certainly remember having him. And Tuffy. Was it Tuffy? I feel like it was Tuffy. The white cat? Either that or I'm just, remembering something extremely different. That was the last sip for the moment. Yes, okay, good. That wasn't a random thing. I was like, why do I think I of a cat named Tuffy that was white? Is that my imagination? No. She was all white. And funny enough, the cats we had for most of my childhood were black. Long-haired black cats. Okay, before I forget, whiskey. I can ramble about stuff forever, but I try to get back on course with the whiskey. So this one, the official overview of this, and again, Russell's single barrel, but not specifically this pick. For me, this pick is good, but it's not. Doesn't blow my mind. I feel like I'm doing that thing that I've done with whiskeys before, where I kind of hype something up and expect a lot out of it, and then when I get it, I'm mildly disappointed because I had expected so much more. This has happened with specifically Redbreast 15. I was really hyped about it because it was really expensive, 15-year-old Irish, and I tried it. I'm just like, well, this isn't much better than the 12, really. So I do like this Russels, and it is definitely something I would drink. In fact, I plan to drink the rest of this later tonight. But since I have a variety of them, that is what I do enjoy. The fact that there are bunches out there, different types. Like, will this next one taste different? If I was smart, I would have actually gotten 2 glasses so I can compare, but oh my gosh. Are we like best friends now? What's that from? That's from a movie. What's that from? Dumb and Dumber? I feel like that's Dumb and Dumber. Nope. There's another one. No, there's another. I don't know what movie it was, but I can see their faces. And they're like half brothers and they're really nuts. Anyway. Back to Russell's. Triple R Russian River Rye. Ooh. Ryes can be weird. Like, I have a feeling Whiskey Mountain would not like High West Double Rye because that is about as much rye as I can handle. It's good. Works great in Manhattan, but very eucalyptus minty-ish. All right, the next one we have. This one does say 10 on it. This one did not. So I guess I'll have to look for a 10-year. And this one says Russell Reserve. I think it's single barrel, 10-year CNF. And I have the picture locked and loaded so I can tell you a little more about it. It was probably Step Brother, but I didn't see the movie. It's like I saw a blip where I can see him going, did we just become best friends? Yup. Just like that. Again, I haven't seen the movie. I've seen that little clip. And for some reason that stuck because my brain is in a weird little place that keeps random information constantly. All right. Oh, I can't read that. So our next Brussels, I can get rid of this one. We'll zoom in because there's a lot of info here. Right. I can tell you all kinds of stuff about this. Distilled 11/18/09, dumped 1/31/20. Well, so 10 years. Bottled 2/24/2020. Barrel number 19-0558. No way I can find that. Warehouse F, floor 6. 10-year-old bourbon selected by Specs. There are no Specs around my area, but I've heard of them. Yes. I had a feeling. You said you didn't like rye, and I was like, well, I can guess one you really wouldn't like then. That's fun. That's one of those little fun things. As soon as someone tells you a little about your palate, you're like, well, you probably wouldn't like this. I think that's one of the fun things about doing whiskey stuff is the sharing experience and kind of how do I put this? The comparisons and the trying to figure out your favorites. That's the real fun about whiskey is you will find stuff you adore that other people will hate, but then you can also find stuff that you kind of like or might like or have at least tried. And then as soon as someone tells you about, it's like, oh yeah, I don't like this, or I do like that. Then you go, oh, well, you should probably avoid this. Try it yourself, of course, and maybe you like this. That kind of stuff. That's the fun part about whiskey, especially sharing whiskeys and especially doing like a tasting with people. That's a lot of fun. Haven't done that in a hot minute for some reason. Don't know why. Ooh, Glendronach 15. Glendronach. Glatter. Welcome, Doug H. to the show or the corner, or whatever we're doing here. Oh, 95% rye. Good grief. Hello, Livewire Whiskey. And that is what we call a chat jump. When I clicked on this, but it jumped twice. Wow. Welcome, Livewire Whiskey, to the show. And I just say all of this? I think I did. So that's all the info about this sample. 10 years. I assume the proof is 55 like the other one, because that tends to be the general sensation with these. Sensation? The general idea with the store picks is they're 55%. From what I hear, I have no idea. And this one, I don't see the front of it, but I imagine it's the same. This one does say 10 year. So, excuse me. My voice has decided to die. Where is the thing? Where's the thing? There it is. Oh, wait, did I close it? Tell me I didn't close it. I didn't close it. Now, I have to find a Russels 10-year that is not the first one. I did that already. Whiskey Mountain, you're so popular. I hope you come to more of my streams. It's always nice to have another Trekkie person involved with all this. Usually my mom is the only Trekkie person I'm aware of. I'm sure other people like Star Trek, but I know you and me and a few other people who shall remain nameless really like Star Trek. To a disturbing point, I think, to the point where other people are not sure what you're talking about anymore. All right, Russels Reserve. Small batch 10-year. We're straight. Hold on, I gotta check the proofs on this. This is the only thing. I'm not gonna look. Oh, this doesn't mean nothing. That's 45%. That's not right. Oh, and to verify, Mother, what was your wedding toast for you and Dad? Let Whiskey Mountain know because she'll probably freak out a little. You may know it. Some people may know it. Well, I try to look up stuff here and try to get some kind of normalcy. I'm not looking. No. Okay. We're having a problem. Shocking. But I was trying to find a 10-year, but the only ones that's showing up here is the wrong proof. And I'm assuming this is 55%. That's probably the mistake I'm making, is that it might not be. I honestly have no idea. Yes, there you have it, folks. My parents' wedding toast was shocking, I know. No. Hold on, must get all the water out and must show the people. That's the paper. Okay. This is, as I said, a different Russels Reserve. And I do have 3 more, but I'm not going to drink them all tonight because that would be a mistake. I may do a line. Whoa, hi, chocolate. What the heck? Yes, these are 2 different whiskeys, basically. This one has chocolate notes immediately. And sweet, of course, but whoa. The Next Generation theme song. Yes. I love it. Oh, there's something else about this. Why does this have to be my life? When I smell something and it's like, wait, I've smelled that before, but I can no longer put words to it. Like, I just don't know the word. I recognize the smell. The word escapes me. I've never had a whiskey that had such a chocolate forward note, though. This is great. Like, it's reminding me of candy bars and stuff. Like Snickers or something. Maybe it's a peanut thing. Or some kind of nut thing. But I'm thinking about Snickers specifically, apparently. So caramel, chocolate, and nut. And nougat, probably. But again, I'm not sure what nougat... Try to tell people what nougat tastes like, and you just suddenly that happens where you're like, wait, nougat? I know kind of what it tastes like. It tastes like candy. Sugary goodness, and it's soft. And I want a candy bar now. I can just do this. Wow. I should. But if you look at the app I have listed, the Whizzky app, what that does is it does have flavor wheels, but it's a community flavor wheel for the most part. So it's people who have tried it and said what they think. So it's a flavor wheel would be helpful. I probably should get one at some point. You know what? I could probably get one on my phone. That would be helpful. A whiskey flavor wheel. I'm sure that exists because I don't want to buy a physical thing. One thing that this past year has told me is I do not need more stuff. In fact, I need to get rid of stuff. I have too much stuff. I am loaded down with DVDs and CDs that I don't use anymore, and plenty of books that I don't read or have read or haven't read for that matter. It's a little crazy. But I will, hold on. What I will do is I will type in the words in Google whiskey flavor wheel, and hopefully that will remind me later, flavor wheel, to look up some kind of app or something, because that's a lot of different flavor wheel types right there. Hello. Thus my concern. There are a lot out there. I need something with colors, or else it's not going to work. Oh, there you go. Screenshots flavor wheel. That would be a good idea. I have a feeling there might be an app for that, though. And if there isn't, there certainly should be. But that's why I use the app, the Whizzky app below, because it has something similar, but it's community based, and it's only for people who've actually reviewed it. And sometimes, unfortunately, as I found, that can be one person. Although for the Wheelhouse video I did, well, technically last week now, the word plum came up, and it was like, yes. Did I mention I've done stuff to my phone recently? I have. I had to do a factory reset, so now it does weird things that I don't want it to, like make noise to remind me of stuff. General consensus is this smells like a chocolate Snickers bar, sort of. Much sweeter, of course, because bourbon. But my first initial impressions were chocolate, caramel, possibly some sort of nut thing, although that's one of the things that's eluded me. Like people say peanut and roasted nuts. I think I've gotten walnut before. But as far as nuts go, I get a little, it's, oh man. Cramming. Science. The joys of being a smart person. You have to constantly feed your brain new information. Libation exploration. Hello. Welcome. My way? Why would you do that? Oh, is it because I wasn't sure who the Kentucky Owl guy was? I can see that happening. And I've seen it. I've seen Kentucky Owl around my place. I've been looking for expensive bottles, over $50 ish. Expensive to me because of the stimulus. And I should, people are saying I should buy something for myself. And although, not necessary, there is something that came to mind that I would like to try. And this is just, I'm putting it out there. I haven't actually made a final decision yet, but the Four Roses small batch select, which is like a high proof Four Roses, because I seem to like Four Roses a lot, apparently. And I really like the single barrel, which is a higher proof thing, but there is a select out there, but that's like 60 something dollars, higher proof. Never tried it. Would love to review. We'll see. Putting that out there as an idea at the moment. I can get it. That's the important part. Hacha-cha. Oh, yeah. That is sweeter. A little bit of tongue tingles, spicy-ish. Burns going down, definitely. I'm not getting a chocolate taste. Strange. I mean, it's not strange, but it's unexpected. It is sweeter than the last one, though, which is good, because as I found, I tend to prefer a certain level of sweetness in my bourbons. I have mentioned before, I have tried numerous dessert wines. I don't understand those at all. That's just like, how do I explain this? Okay, when you have something that's too spicy and your body just is, it kind of just reacts to it in a very obvious way. I've had that happen with dessert wines where I take a sip of it. I'm just like, why? Why is this a thing? And it's way too sweet. Way too sweet. I can't drink those. There are a few I can drink, but a lot of them, it's just, it's too sweet. I didn't think that was a thing with me, but apparently it is. Trying to read chat. Oh, we didn't have to do that. Good grief. I mean, I'll yes, give me a sample, but also, that's nice. I don't know who won. Well, I guess I'll find out later. Yeah, I was looking up expensive bottles. There were, the option came up, but hundreds of dollars. I was just in my mind. My rules are, if it's more than $50, it's probably not worth it. I mean, if there's one thing I've realized about the whiskey community and the whiskey tube world, let's just say most of them have a disposable income. And if there is a donation thing at the bottom for a reason. And it's because I don't have a day job. This is my day job. My day job twice a week. That's it. So anything I make here goes to buying the necessities and also occasionally buying whiskey. Although I certainly find there are easier ways to do it, like buying from the store nearby for a donation that you want me to try, or just sending them money and saying, buy this at this store nearby. I haven't linked it, but it's I guess I can throw it in chat in case anyone's interested. Also, because there is like a certain amount of people in here, it's fluctuating, but like, comment, and subscribe. The YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. It's not me. I'm just telling you, the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. I don't make the rules. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. As soon as I said that, as soon as I went off on the tangent of, oh yes, the store. The store. If anyone wants to look at the store that I often reference as my usual go-to place, I will hopefully find the link right now. Oh, please. Because I have to do this. No, it doesn't want to work. All right. Oh, can you hear the crazy lady next door? She's off on a rant now. Mind the quiet. It's just me trying to figure things out. Also, you can listen to the crazy lady next door. Oh, there we go. That worked. I hope it works for you. But the store I often get my whiskey from is here. If anyone would care to look at that for either donations or just to browse, because that's what I often do. I just go to their spirit section and start looking at stuff I might get. And I think I saw Kentucky Owl on there, but I was also looking at another store. I was doing comparisons. There are two fairly large liquor stores nearby that I could go to without fear of being too close to other people or having too many people there. You know, they're fairly large places. But the one I just posted is the one that usually has the lower price. As in, for example, I saw Neek from the Barrel, which I really like. I gave my dad a sample of that earlier today. That was going for around $65 at the store I just linked. At the other store that's nearby, that was going for $99.99. So you can imagine which one I prefer to go to. You know, just because. Make sure I didn't miss anything in chat because I was very distracted for a moment there. Yes, that is something else I do. That is the technical job I have. For my parents, by the way. Mike, what are you doing? I was. Thank you, Mother. Oh, see, that's what I was afraid of. The Fall River. I tried to make it so it would send you there, but it's the Fall River one specifically that I have nearby. Like literally. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold please. North. It's that way. I had to make sure I knew which way I was pointing here. That's one of those little things. I think Whiskey Mountain might understand that. But in my brain, as another anxiety-inducing things, I always try to have an idea of which way is north. Just in case, because I have a general idea of my surroundings. But knowing where north is certainly helps, because then you can at least have a general idea of which way to go if you ever get turned around. North Star and such, sun rises in east, sets in west, that kind of thing. Sort of. You'll find the sun doesn't exactly set in east and west because planet spinning, tilting axis. It's all fun. Ah, Jim Morris, welcome. Yes, Redbreast the Stout is actually really good. I should get a bottle of that someday, but I'm overdosed on Irish because of last March. I have so many Irish whiskeys that I can't fit them all on the shelf. And again, once I see a certain amount of people in the room, be sure to the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. You know, either one. I know which one I prefer. You figure it out. And subscribe. I've noticed a drop in subscribers lately. I don't know why. We're like, it's for some reason it's like hard to get to 350. I don't know why. It's gone from 344 to 342 in like a day. Not a major drop, but I know someone mentioned the YouTube overlords doing things. So yeah, like, you don't have to comment unless you're in chat, and go ahead and subscribe. Wait, chat's that way? That way, I think. Ugh. Pickle juice. Ow. I've never gotten pickle juice, but I like pickles. Maybe that's a thing. Mr. Whiskey Shits, welcome. Cheers, y'all. Or slancha, y'all, as Scotch in the Bayou. If you haven't checked out Scotch in the Bayou, you should. I've only seen a few of her videos, but I know she's been around for a long time. And she's been to many different places that I've never been. Like Scotland. She's actually been there and dug some peat. For those of you just joining us, I'm doing Russell's picks. I have 2 samples. I've gone through one already. Surprisingly, before the hour started, I'm on number 2. And this is a Russell's Reserve 10-year 2020. It's lovely. Yes, someone did. I assume it was him. I don't remember because in my brain. But yeah, YouTube doing another account purge. And so far, I've only seen a few disappear. I don't care. I often assume that some of those, like when that happens, I assume they're just bot accounts. And, a lot of times what happens, some of you may know, you'll get comments on your videos and it's just, they're not actual comments. There's some weird thing or some weird link. Just not helpful. And you report them and then they go away. And for all I know, they were subscribed. So that could be a problem. Again, not blowing my mind, but tasty. I like. I have a feeling I might, as terrible as it sounds, because again, the price of these is high, I feel like I would pour certain Russell's Reserves over a rocks glass. A rocks glass? A rocks ice cube, like a big round one. I feel like this would be good. I'm not going to pickle either. That's Adriana. That is also Whiskey Mountains. She's doing 2 things at once. Walking dog. Good grief. So that's the thing about owning a dog. You have to go outside. It's terrifying. As far as Russell's go, I'm enjoying it. But, well, it's not blowing my mind, but I do enjoy it. And it is slightly different from Wild Turkey 101, surprisingly. But only a little. Like I can still pick the little notes out of it that I enjoy from Wild Turkey. But this one definitely came off as a chocolate Snickers bar thing immediately at the start. At least that's what I felt like I landed on. And again, for anyone who's just joining, this is a Russell's pick. What was the exact info I wanted to have available here? Where'd it go? Did I get rid of it? Hold, please. I did not. I did. I didn't. I did. I think I did. Ooh, that felt good. Ow. Yeah, that didn't feel so good. My jaw is a fun place to be. Nope. Nope. Wait. Yes. There we go. My eyes, I can't see. Yeah. So this is a 10-year, as I said earlier, distilled in 2009, dumped in 2020, bottle in 2/24/2020, barrel. So if you could have this barrel, the number is 19-0558, warehouse F, floor 6. And I gave it the Snickers chocolatey thing, which I'm enjoying. Things are happening. Oh, gosh. Australia's having a fun time right now, or at least Ken is. Ow. I haven't got mine. I am a plague carrier at the moment. Plague carrier. Well, not really. Big League Bourbon, good evening. If you haven't subscribed to Big League Bourbon, do so, especially if you like baseball, because Big League. I will show you the only thing I have that is involved in baseball here. And you may not even like the Red Sox, but this is a weird little thing I have that my dad gave me because he knows I don't watch sports. Boston Red Sox edition. 2019, I think. 2019? I thought there was a 2018. Super rare. Ow. But that was a funny little joke. I did get to sample it last month, finally. Keep in mind, I have no interest in sports at all. Like, none. People always find that a little confusing. You don't watch any sports? None. I don't even watch television. Ever. I watch Netflix and YouTube and the streaming services. I've been talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier a lot because I want to watch it all at once, but it won't let me. I have to wait until every Friday, and it drives me crazy. Especially after last Friday, if you've been watching. Oh my goodness. You have to. I'm a bit of a comic dork. Not actual comics, but comic characters. Although I have a few graphic novels about. And by a few, I mean probably 75-ish, maybe? Ugh. I think I like this one more than the other one. Just because the other one seemed kind of meh. To me. My palate, anyway. But this Russell's Reserve 2020 version, very tasty. And you do know what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit blasphemy in about, well, soon. I'm going to mix both of these together just to see what happens. Normally I save that for the end, but the end has gotten a little further away than I expected. Like we just hit the hour mark 7 minutes ago. 7 minutes ago. That's good. What is that? I'm going to do something about all this. So slowly but surely, I'm noticing random bugs getting in here. I'm not a fan. Like, I don't even know what that was. I have a spider visitor. I don't mind spiders, especially right now. But there's also that part of me that's like, how did you get in here? And as soon as you find one spider, that means bugs can get in here. I don't know what to do about it. The joys of living on the first floor, I suppose. I'm just looking at the side of the wall here and going, meh. I might have to contact the maintenance department again because this happened a number of years ago. There's this, like, like that kind of thing right along the wall. So I feel like they should fill that in. I imagine nothing's really getting in under there, but I'm not sure. No ants are getting in, but I'm seeing random other things occasionally, and it's a big no-no. It's a big no-no. I can only imagine what happens when you actually have a house. You have to deal with that, like ants and bugs getting in. No, thank you. No. J&J Hertz. I'm still on the wait list. Like, I'm low risk. I'm 40 years old. White male, lives by himself. Much recluseness. I don't like going out. Never have. I don't like being around crowded people. Lots of crowds. I don't like that. I don't even like going to the grocery store in general. But I would like to get vaccinated so I can at least go other places without being as fearful. Some of you may have watched the Whiskey Tribe's video with Irene Tan. I think that's her name. But I can actually go to her store, and I've wanted to. And I've even considered going to her store to pick up a special bottle because, again, stimulus. But she's like an hour's drive away and in a different state. And like I'm at the point where I won't even get another haircut until I actually get vaccinated. So whenever that's going to happen, that'll be swell. Yes, that's the number we've been hearing about, 419. So less than a week, about a week. I don't know why other people have been getting them before me. No, I'm not. My real terror is the idea, like, if I got sick, since I'm mentally disabled, they may be like, oh, it's fine, we'll just let them die. I've heard that's a thing in some places. I don't think that would happen here. But again, I like to think I'm low risk. I don't even like going out in general. So, yay. It's been the experience. Other people, the second shot has been a bit weird. Even my mother, when she got hers, she was fine, like after her second shot, but some people get a weird reaction. But again, that's kind of the point. Your body has to fight something and do something. So, yeah, I can't wait. Well, I can't wait. but I'd rather just get it done. My main concern is actually going to wherever it is and like being in my car, and if it's like military personnel, military people make me uncomfortable for reasons, as do the police, as do most authority figures. I don't jive very well with them, to say the least, especially because of things in the news the past 4 years, 5 years. But that's me. You could drive to New Hampshire. Try to read chat. It's jumping fast. I just got a weird smell. I'm not sure what that was. Damn it. Damn it, what was that? Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's good. I like. I guess since we're talking about the vaccine thing, just being in that, like being in my car waiting to get stabbed in the arm, that feels odd to me by someone I don't know. My hope was that eventually they'd get some at the place I go to normally, because I can go to my doctor's office fairly easily and not feel too weird. They've taken blood out of my arm there numerous times. And to be clear, I do not like having my blood taken. I get close to, I can pass out when that happens. I haven't in a while, but it could happen. I have to lie down. I have to be in a reclining chair at least, so I don't. But yeah, I can at least go there and get a jab in the arm without feeling uncomfortable. I feel like I would definitely be uncomfortable if I had to drive up somewhere, long line of cars, lots of people, standing in a line. I don't like standing in line. That's like having someone stand behind me is probably one of the worst feelings ever. Some of you may know that, but right now it's a little worse. Like even at the grocery store, I don't like that. I can't explain it very well. It's just it's this kind of feeling. It's this. It's someone standing behind me. That's the sensation. Richie Z, welcome. I didn't see you get in here. Hi. Welcome. Different mist variations. Aren't ready for the market yet. Oh. The fairgrounds. 5 lines of cars. Woo. Yeah, that would make me uncomfortable, to say the least. But as I mentioned earlier, mental problems don't like crowds. Don't never have. Well, I probably didn't mind them when I was a kid, but not ever since I got into teenage years plus, I've never liked being around large crowds, lots of people, or lots of noise. Generally, being in public areas not great. I know if it gets really bad, like when I had an anxiety attack years ago, thankfully, even being near windows, I felt like people were watching me. That's the kind of discomfort I get. No one was, but it felt like people were. That's the important part. Oh, it's more stout. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, someone's back from their walk, I'm assuming. Oh, good. I mean, that's not bad. I can understand being in and out in 20 minutes. That's okay. But it's the idea of being in a line and being in my car, and I can tell I would start to feel not exactly claustrophobic, but uncomfortable. I would feel less and less comfortable the longer it took. So hopefully it won't take long. Hopefully it won't be a long wait in line. One of the things that bothers me, I don't know if my brother or my parents would know. They probably know. And this isn't just a complaining about, you know, the luxury that is my life on occasion, but going to theme parks and waiting in those kind of lines, that is absolute torture for me. Not because I'm waiting to get on the ride, because I'm in line surrounded by people for an extended period of time. That is uncomfortable, to say the least. Like, I like theme parks, I like concerts and stuff, but just the rest of it, not a fan. The amount of people and the amount of noise. What I do like, is going to a whiskey bar when it's quiet and there aren't too many people there, and the music is kind of chill and the environment's kind of chill. The lights are kind of low. At best, I just have to talk with the bartender. Oh, that's my favorite. And then I can just eat my meal in peace and general not discomfort. I miss that. I haven't done that in a while. There's a place, I don't know, 20 minutes away. The East End. I'd gone there numerous times to have whiskey. It's a whiskey bar, most of all, but also it's a very chill environment in general. I like those kind of places. I even found out about one today. I watched some video, and it was in Dublin, and supposedly it's a cocktail lounge, and the front of the building has no indication of what it is. Like it's black. Like the whole thing is painted black with no sign. You wouldn't even know it's there. You have to knock on the door and they let you in. That kind of thing. Like super secret kind of prohibition style kind of thing. Like it looks like there's nothing there and you have no idea what it is, but then you knock on the door, they let you in, you go upstairs, and there's this wonderful cocktail lounge. Sounds wonderful. I wish I could run a fancy, well, not a high class, but a comfortable, mildly upscale bar / restaurant-ish thing where you'd have like a secret entrance, or you'd have to know a code word, something weird like that. A speakeasy. Yeah, there you go. That'd be great. One of the things that I liked about the Whiskey Vault, the original Whiskey Vault, I guess I should say, is that they got into their place by going through a bookcase. Like you'd open this bookcase up and go behind it. That's amazing. I want that kind of style thing. But I don't think I've ever been to an actual speakeasy. So, there's trouble. Meet parent number 2, my father. Yes, Dad. It's 50.5%. That's the wheel horse. This one. Oh. Let me see if I can show you the thing. Where is it? There it is. What? 50.5%. Focus, damn you. Focus on the thing. Do it. Well, you can kind of tell it's there. It's not going to focus on that for some reason. The joy of having a camera. There we go. Ha! Sorry, that was loud. 50.5% batch 1. Sent my dad a sample of that today. And yes, I would recommend adding water or putting it over ice if it is too much proof. No, I wouldn't recommend. Why? I actually don't mind strip clubs. I like them. Not that I've been to a lot of them. Sorry, Mom and Dad, I've been to a strip club. But the one in Providence isn't too bad, but it's loud. Once it's loud, I don't like it. But all those places are loud like that. I don't mind that environment, though. I have nothing wrong with that kind of place. I actually like talking to the people who work there because they're usually pretty down-to-earth people. But I don't like being perceived as the guy that the strippers want to talk to kind of thing, and they're trying to get me to spend money on them. I know that's their job, but as soon as they start talking to me, it's like, what? I don't have money. I don't know what you don't want to waste your time on me. I promise. I'm just here for a drink. I swear. I've done that before, where I go to I went to a strip club specifically, the one in Providence I'm talking about, specifically to try a whiskey they had there because I saw it and I was like, oh, I want to try that. So I went in there and tried it. And I think that was the one time the guy at the front desk, like you have to pay to get in usually, but the guy just waved me through because I don't think it was busy at all. That was pretty funny. And that was a good experience. It was one of my early experiences going to one. I was ready to pay to get in, and the guy was just like, go ahead. It's not busy. Go on. Sweet. Got in for free. Burlesque. Yes, I do know a few burlesque dancers. They're friends of mine. I haven't talked to them in well over a year now. But that was fun. It does, doesn't it? Good prices. My brother used to work there. That was the main thing. That was the main reason I even know about it. But also, it is 10 minutes from here, not even 5 minutes. It's less than a mile away. So that definitely makes it more of my kind of place to go. And it's basically it's like the Total Wine of this general area, because Total Wine is not in Rhode Island. I have to go out of state to go to the Total Wine right now, which is fine. But, Cappy's is kind of the one that took over Rhode Island and is keeping Total Wine at bay. But they don't have as much stuff. Like, I don't think I could get Crowded Barrel stuff from Cappy's because they're going to distribute through Total Wine. Supposedly, in theory. Oh, that's good. And what's really nice about the Cappies nearby is that they have an idea of who I am. Not to the, do you know how I am? Do you know who I am? Not like that. But I'm familiar with the people who work there since my brother used to work there. That kind of thing. Oh, that's good water. Exactly. You know, I like talking to them as a person. I don't like talking to them as they're trying to get money from me just because I don't have it. You know, I don't want to be the guy who's like, look, I would love to spend time with you and to be able to give you money to do what you do, but I don't have it. That's why this is going across the thing. If you want to support my trip to a strip club, just donate right here. Don't do that. I mean, donate, but don't do it for that reason. That'd be weird. It'd be interesting, but also weird. And my parents are here, which makes it twice as weird, but also funny. Yes, and I did get the Maker's Mark set. That was a donation from all of you. I might add, you helped me raise $100 like that in one night. That surprised me, and I will show it off because I have it somewhere. Where's it? There. It's on the floor because it's too big to put anywhere else. And I think I'm going to review one of these probably this week. I don't know. But yeah, we have a cast strength, Maker's 46, which I've never had, and the Maker's Mark Private Select, which apparently was picked up by Bob Samuels. And it says Bob Samuels Rob Samuels. I read that upside down. Or sort of. Oh, I didn't see the R. Rob Samuels is the grandson of the founder of Maker's Mark. So there you go. Don't worry. My mom's been to a burlesque show. It's fine. I don't think it is. Well, hold on. I assume it isn't. Oh, it is. Whoa. Thank you. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just the regular 46. So technically, I haven't still had the regular 46. So we got the cast strength Makers. Then we have the Maker's Mark 46 cast strength, which I've never had, and I didn't know I suddenly had. So thank you for that. Surprise. And then so they're all high proof. I guess that's why it was $100. But we have the cast strength at 110.4. We have the 36 cast strength, which again, I didn't know it was cast strength until just now. Surprise. Is 110.3. So that's 0.1% of a difference. Sweet. And then the Private Select is 108.5. So this is some high proof stuff. Oh, this is going to be glorious. I know I'll like the cast strength. I've drank a whole bottle of it before. But again, I was not aware that this was the Maker's Mark 46 cast strength because I've never seen that around here. I've only seen the 46. I might have to go pick up the 46 first because I feel like I'd be cheating, trying the 46 cast strength first and then having to go down to 46. Finished with oak staves. Finished with oak staves. What does that mean? Does that mean they put them in the barrel? I'm going to have to look up more stuff about it. I will Google it, as I do with everything. And I don't know. The internet is your friend. And thank you for that libation exploration. That was good for me to notice because I wouldn't have noticed. I would have said, I'm just trying the 46. Not true. I have heard that. But I also had no idea. I had no idea that I had the 46 cast strength because I've never seen it. I've never seen that around at all. I've seen the 46 plenty of times, but not the cast strength. That was a myth. It is a nice set. As I said, I don't have, again, this is going around the bottom because I don't have a job and I haven't had a job for 10 years other than working for family, which counts technically. They do, Mother, but there may be a point where they have a barrel and put extra staves in it. I don't know if that's the case because I have no idea. Yeah, it is called what is it called? Generations of Proof. So if you want to go online and look up Maker's Mark Generations of Proof, maybe you're going to find it near you. I hope so. I could do that. That'd be complicated though. I don't know how I'd figure that out. Oh, there you go. Making connections. You know people. Sending whiskey, hand delivery, especially. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, and there is one thing I wanted to mention. I do have another reserve here. Which one is it? It's not that one. It's not that one. It's this one. So we have one that just is the 2020. And this one, if you know a guy named Rarebird 101, this is his store pick, or at least his pick. I don't know if there was a store involved. I assume there was. But if you know Rarebird 101, he's been on many different channels. He's on Twitter. But this is one of his picks. I'm going to let him know that I have this, so I can tell him what I think. Not that he's going to care, but I'll at least let him know I got my hands on one, surprisingly. Rare Reed Rye a few days ago. I've had a sample of that. Stop making noises. Phone distracting me from my work. Turn that off. There we go. No sound. Finish the select with a combination of white oak, mocha toasted. Oh, that one I do know. Like, I know about the selects. And usually it says how many of each. I don't know if it says on that one, but again, I haven't checked. I just bought the box and put it aside thinking I knew what it was. Mistake. And I've had a select from the Cappy's store I mentioned that was really good 2 years ago. I drank the whole thing, so I liked it. And I may get another. Again, stimulus money. I can splurge a little bit. I probably won't because it was $70. And that's a lot. That's a lot to me. I would think the one I was thinking about, the Four Roses Select, is around 60. Even that is more than I like to spend usually. Okay. That's interesting. I'll have to look up more about it. Again, I generally like Maker's Mark to most, for the most part, and especially the high proof stuff. But regular Maker's is good. I've done a review of it once upon a time, probably twice actually. And it surprises me. I get like a cherry note immediately. But lower proof, I like the high proof stuff because you drink less of it technically. Oh, I was given a sample. I think I had one of those samples early on. It was good. All right, we're coming up at the 1:30 mark. I'm going to do the blasphemy thing now. I'm going to mix the Russels Reserve Rickhouse D1 and the Russels Reserve CNF, which is just F. Warehouse F, floor 6, etc., etc. And just to see what happens. This could be a mistake. Might not be a mistake. It's probably a mistake. There we go. God damn it. Occasionally, the cap doesn't come off quite right. There we go. Whoops. There we go. The Casey at the bat? What is that? There's that. Again, I didn't leave much in these at all. I think I poured at least half for each-ish. Keep doing this until it stops dripping stuff, and here we go. It seems to be done right now. Keep talking until it's there. There's probably more in there, but we'll find out later. Regular release? Hold on. Is that the Redbreast rye? I've heard things. Yes, the hunting of the bottle is a thing. Now for the rest of the other one. Here we go. See what this combination of madness has done. Again, it's the same technically whiskey. It's Russels, but 2 different kinds of barrels, 2 different products, 2 different rick houses, and all that fun stuff. And they're definitely different. That was the thing that surprised me the most, is how completely different each of them are. There's still similarities, mild similarities, but the fact that I got chocolate off one, and then I think I got like brown sugar off the other as the initial smell, says quite a bit. I'm curious to see what these other ones smell like and taste like, because it seems like there's a good variation between the picks. Granted, I have not done enough of that stuff because I haven't been able to until now, is to list, have a bunch of different whiskeys. And again, I might do this in the future. I may pour a sample of each of these three because I have three more Russels picks, and just do a comparison of the three, because just from trying these two, there's an obvious difference. So that is mildly surprising to me, because I know as a whiskey person that there's a reason there are store picks. There are reasons there are single barrels. There's a difference usually, but I wouldn't know unless I had them next to each other. Like I've had Four Roses single barrel, twice, and I've enjoyed them both times, but I never got to compare them because I drank them too fast. And they come out in autumn usually, I think. We'll see. All right, it smells more like a sweet bourbon now. The brown sugar one took over, I think. A little bit, at least on the smell. I don't have that chocolate smell anymore. Boo. I like that. We did. I had that. Well, we had that over the course of last year. And I did do a review of it, but again, that was a while ago. I would have to dig that up to find it, but it's in there. So if anyone wants to go back, there is this. I think it was a single barrel, and it was good. Nothing like the regular Jack. Oh, kind of flattened out a little, and that's kind of how the first one tasted. Nothing really jumped out. That's unfortunate. Still tastes good, but it's not as vibrant. Oh well. It's still very drinkable. Very drinkable. I like. Ugh. And to point out, these guys should be going live. So one thing I don't want to do is be like, yeah, they're going live next, and then they don't. I know I saw their thing earlier, but It's Bourbon Light does go live after I do. I'm still waiting for them to call me the pregame, because I technically am. And they are going live at 8 p.m. my time, which is in about 30 minutes-ish. A little less than 30 minutes. 26 minutes. Right about, I'm not going to do that, 26-ish minutes. I'm going to open that in the link so I don't forget. I'll even cheat and be like, hey, join the pregame. I won't do that. I should do that, but I won't do that. Wait, hold on. Why didn't that work? There we go. What the heck? Where is that? Hold on. That's the Jurassic Park theme that just decided to pop into my head. Fun. I'm being a horrible person right now. There we go. I'm going to get kicked out of their channel. I'm not. Hopefully. That'd be horrible. Are we talking about the Maker's Mark Select? I assume we are, but keeping up in chat is difficult. Say the least. This is the thing that's happened with many other YouTubers, is it's hard to be the only one on screen because it feels like someone actually has to watch chat and someone else to talk to the audience. It's a little overwhelming at times. Why did the Jurassic Park song get stuck in my head? Good grief. I haven't watched Jurassic Park in ages. Oh, one thing I should ask is what should I review next? I'm probably going to do the Maker's 46, but I also didn't realize it was cast strength, so that throws me off just slightly. Because now I actually feel like I have to go out and buy the Maker's 46 because that's what I intended to review, but I got the better one, or at least the higher proof one by accident. Sheesh. What does suck is that the place I normally go doesn't have rare breed at all. Like never. They never have rare breed, and it's sad. Makes me sad in my soul. That's the one thing. I don't remember what the proof was. Did I keep that bottle? I feel like I might have, but I probably didn't because I am, again, as I said earlier, I am trying to have less stuff. And the one thing I don't need is a bunch of empty bottles lying around. I do have a few. I have a whole bunch of rare Redbreast, and I do have some green spot and a red spot, and a Lafroig lore bottle that is empty. Sad face. I found out I could probably get it again, but it's over $100, much like it was last time. I think it was 128 for a bottle of lore, which is tempting, but for one thing, I don't drink the peated scotch that much, and that's too much for me. Anything over $100, it's like, why would I do that? That's a portion of my rent right there. I mean, I could, but the problem is I wouldn't know the proof. I assume the 46 is 46. Well, I assume it is 46%. If that'd be easy to remember, but I feel like it isn't. And the problem is there's no way for me to tell what the proof is, like myself. I could sip it and feel like, oh, this is fine, but I have no way of knowing without some kind of special instrument. I know there's a thing for that. There's a specific tool that will tell you what the proof of whiskey is, but I do not have one because I'm not a distillery. And I know I can get the 46. It's 94? Hold on. Since I have this in my head, I will go to the Cappy site and type in Makers 46, see what happens. Maybe I can do a thing. I'll do a selfishly stupid thing and it won't work, but I'll try it. No harm in trying. All right. The Makers 46 itself is $38. So if I can get $38 tonight in donations, I will go buy one. I don't think that'll happen, but it's out there now, and it says it's 47%, and blah, 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 has a description. Again, I don't need this. I have the 46 cast strength. I can attempt to proof it down, but there's no way to know if I can get 47%. I did not get the Maker's Mark 101. It was available at the Cappies, but it's gone now. I haven't seen it. I did have a sample of it. There is a stream I did, and I cannot find which one it was, which bothers me. But I actually did a stream, much like this one, where I compared a bunch of makers. So I think I had a sample of a cast strength and 101, and I think it was just regular makers. I think I could remember that wrong, but I had a certain amount of samples of makers stuff, and I didn't buy them. I just had the samples, and the 101 was okay, but it didn't live up to the cast strength because, unsurprisingly, I have a preference for the cast strength. I would certainly buy a 101 if I saw it again just to try it, because I don't mind Maker's products. But as far as that lineup goes, I just defaulted to the cast strength, unfortunately. Granted, one of the things I wish I could do is a blind, but as I live by myself, that's not a thing. And it would be hard for anyone else to try to come in here and, pour me stuff and then leave, because that'd be too much effort. That is something that can be done. Yeah, that's too much. It's definitely too much. I saw it at Jay's, which is the one that's nearby. I was looking at it earlier. That's another liquor store that's nearby, but that's also the one that's jacking up the prices of stuff. As I was saying earlier, Dad, you probably weren't here. The one I like, the one sample I sent you, Nika from the Barrel, I can get at Cappy's for $65, and then this other store that's nearby is selling it for almost $100, which is stupid. Not cool. And the Lafroig lore, I believe they have. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Hunter, what'd you do? What happened? Words. I missed something. 15% water? I'm never going to be able to figure that out. I wish I could, but I can't. I will do that anyway. I think if I do review the 46 cast strength, I probably will put it in the video where I try to, fake it. I'm going to just put a few drops in and be like, this is probably close to the 46, so we'll try that too. It won't count. Yeah, the Lefroy lure that I can get nearby is $130. I don't know. When I got it, it was 120 or 125. So unsurprisingly, because of the tariff thing, it's gone up a bit. I did buy it at a different store, but as much as I like the lure, like that's probably one of my favorite ones. That's too much. If I did get that, it would be another donation stream, similar to what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm also doing it the last 20 minutes where I'm telling you if I get donations of, well, I want to say $38. That's how much it is, but I also got a donation on Friday for $20. So if I can get just $18, then technically I will have enough to buy the Maker's 46. I'm just finding an excuse to buy the Maker's 46 itself because I feel bad that I thought the one that I had in the box was 46. It is not. It is much higher proof, which is great. I'm so happy I have that because again, that's not even around. It's not even a thing. Mom and Dad, you're not allowed to donate. Stop. Don't even think about it. It's against the rules. I mean, you're not that dumb. We're all pretty. The human species in general is just, with the amount of things we could do and the fact that we don't, it's amazing we still exist at all. Why? Why does the Jurassic Park have to be my head? Ah, JD Select. Okay, I see. That is something I do all the time. Bar and door, do not worry about it. And I actually have a number of Jack Daniels Select, or not Jack Daniels. See, I just did it now. I have a number of Jack Daniels samples that I still have to try. One of them being the Frank Sinatra thing, because everyone likes to hear me sing occasionally. Yeah, it's a decent whiskey, but when I paired it up against a cast strength, I had an obvious favorite, unfortunately. Yeah, so don't even think about buying the Lefroy Glory at that place. Anything in Newport is going to be overpriced just because it had to go over a bridge and ended up on an island. Well, try and catch up with chat. Blah, 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 blah. Nika, Nikka. Nika from the barrel. I can show you. Cling, cling, sorry. It'll be this officially. Nika whiskey from the barrel. Are you going to focus? Probably not. Read the words. See, you can see the shadow of the camera. That's how close I am. And yet it still doesn't focus. There we go. Nika from the barrel. 51.4%. Wonderful stuff. That's for next Sunday, Dad. As I said earlier. But that one is, it's fine at $60-ish. Like I feel comfortable paying that amount for that whiskey because it's really good, high proof, Japanese whiskey, kind of hard to find, that kind of thing. But anything more than that, it's like, no, why would I do that? That's why I'm so annoyed by this other store that's nearby trying to jack up the price for $100. They are not going to sell that, especially the one that's half a mile away is selling it for $65. I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand how someone who's working there doesn't go check the prices of the guy down the street. That should be a thing. And in fact, when my brother did work at the Cappy store, he would do that. He would go to the other store and look at the prices and be like, oh, okay, that's overpriced. Good thing it's not at that price at our store. It's silly. Oh, catching up with chat is hard. What is going on? Hold on. How about it? Trying to read all the words. I need $8 now. Thank you, Jim Morris. Again, I'm not getting a notification or anything. I don't know why. Like, that's a real problem. Or it doesn't tell me. Uh-oh. You troublemaker, you. Thank you to anyone who donates. Again, it really does help the channel / help me either buy more whiskey, which is certainly what I like to do, but also buy groceries and gas. And, well, my parents help with gas technically. So it helps me get the usual things because I don't work a normal job. I work kind of for my parents / nobody. But as we talked about on Friday, this is more my speed, working for myself, aka the YouTube overlords, aka Google, the Google enterprise. And until I'm actually, monetized, I'm technically not working for them, and there is a loophole that we found. And the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs and the subscriptions. We're getting there, folks. I don't know why we're stalling out at just before 350, but it sucks. We'll get there. I'm in no rush. Richie Z still seems to think I will get to 1,000 before the end of the year. We'll see. That seems like a very far, 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 far away thing. But who knows? I can't predict the future, so I don't even try. Oh. Yes, we are glad that Cheech is okay. Apparently bad weather there. Not cool. See, I was asleep. That's the unfortunate thing about Cheech's show. It's so late at night, I'm pretty much unconscious usually. And that's saying my sleeping schedule is bad. Like 4 a.m. is when I don't want to be awake anymore. 3 a.m. is also when I don't want to be awake anymore. I want to be in bed by 2 a.m. if I can, but oftentimes 2 a.m. just slips by and I'm still awake and it's suddenly 4 a.m. Ugh. It's not fun. Yes, I'm a sound engineer for audiobooks, and I create audiobook covers through the Photoshop, which also reminds me I have to make a better picture thing for this someday. Like I have to make a certain, I gotta stop saying like. So It's Bourbon Night has this thing that they do where it's just Chad and Sarah, and what does it say? It's up right now. I've already forgotten what it is, but they have like a default one for their Sunday streams. And I need to find 2 different ones. I need to do a Friday night drink stream one, and I need to do a Sunday sample / whiskey musing one. But I can't think of anything that I really like. I have an idea, and it does involve a mustache. So we'll see. That requires a little more thinking. I might try to work on it tonight during the next few live streams. And as many of you know, It's Bourbon Night is going on next. And then we have, I think Destination Bourbon goes live after them. I assume it did, but unfortunately it doesn't tell. Oh, it does give me reminders, but I just turned the volume off. Whoa. Right. So thanks to all of you who donated. We are good. I can officially get the Makers 46. Thanks to all of you who donated. Good God. You're all too generous. But thank you. Keep doing that. Like every week would be great, but don't do that. That'd be crazy. And I have thought about getting a Patreon. I have mentioned that because it would be helpful to have some kind of income every month other than Social Security, disability insurance. The money did go through for all of you who donated. So thank you. I will definitely put that to getting a whiskey. I want to say I'm going to get it tomorrow because I do need to get a special bottle of some sort for myself, which I haven't done yet. And that does give me the funds to buy another. So I will think about it. I'm still thinking about getting the Four Roses Select mini thing as the splurge, and then I can buy the 46 now because I was thinking about doing it, but I knew I couldn't and shouldn't. Now I can, thanks to all of you. I appreciate that. I really do. I every time I say you can donate money to me and I can get this, I feel a good sense of guilt, but also I have to roll it around my head and say, well, they donated to you because they want you to review it. And they just want you to have the bottle too. And I do hope to share this with people eventually. God. Madness. Yes, no more. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm having car problems. I can't go anywhere until I figure out the car thing. So that'll have to wait till Tuesday. Now that my dad's mentioned that. I recently found a leak under the driver's side area of my car. Not sure what it is. It's possibly, it could be brake fluid. That would be bad. And I'm hoping it's just windshield wiper fluid. That would be okay. But yeah, that's reality right there. Gotta worry about the car problems first. So no going out tomorrow, but I will post on Instagram, which I want to say is posted here somewhere. It's probably down below in the description. I hope it is. If not, I'm slacking. And I'm pretty sure it's in the channel description if you want to go there. It's KIllco77, I think. No destination bourbon tonight. Oh. Well then. That'll be a nice change of pace. I know destination bourbon does a lot of traveling, I think. I'm not exactly sure why, but he does a lot of traveling. That person does not know how to close the door. Again, I never like saying this, but YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. I like saying that. Subscribing is amazing. And what else? Commenting on videos. If you watch any of my videos, feel free to comment. I think the YouTube overlords like that. I'm not sure. I will have to do that. I'm thinking of doing Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. He has some kind of tequila-esque thing. I don't think it's actually tequila, but it's something I've seen advertised, and that could work just fine for Cinco de Mayo. I don't do tequila very often unless I'm having a margarita. So I could also make a margarita, but we'll see. That's in the works. That's in the back of my head somewhere. Don't worry to ask the internet. Everyone misspells stuff. Oh, there we go. I actually don't have any. Oh wait, no, I do have a tequila in there, which is nowhere near here. I think I have some like white tequila. I don't remember what it is. So there's that. I should probably get rid of that someday because I'm absolutely certain it has been oxidized to hell. I've had it for years. Yes, right after the 4th, May the 4th. Oh, there's trouble. I'm sure most of them have. But thank you, Hot Rolls. Always lovely to see you. Hopefully, I'll be able to visit your channel again someday. You probably have a long list of other whiskey tubers out there, so there's no rush. I'm hoping to have people on my channel. I opened that to anyone, but it's going to be very informal, much like all my streams are. It's not going to be like we're both trying the same kind of whiskey or anything. It's just going to be sitting here chit-chatting with chat and enjoying each other's company mostly. I haven't quite decided exactly what it is, but it is. If anyone ever does come on the stream with me, it's going to be very chill and hopefully relaxed, because I know there is a certain amount of stress that comes with actually doing a whiskey stream thing. But I try not to do that. I try to keep things relatively low maintenance. I do get drained from doing this. I won't lie. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. Yeah, I again, I am a whiskey tuber, but I'm also, I have a fear of success, I think. So there is this wanting to get to 1,000 subs, and thus then also being terrified of being monetized and having too many people in chat that I can't keep up anymore, and then having super chats being the only way I can answer anything. I would feel kind of bad about that. I like the communication. I certainly like the donations. Again, we have hit whatever goal I just set as a joke, and we blew past it. So thank you. Hopefully, I need to do that more often, apparently. Just be like, help me buy a bottle and feed my addiction. I mean, whiskey tube. Yeah. I am certainly way past having enough room for all the whiskey. I have plenty over here I need to finish. Well, not so many now. I do have to finish this. I don't want to, because I really enjoy the E.H. Taylor small batch. And that is hard to find in my area, or at least less easy to find, I think. I might be able to find it at Cappy's. I've seen it there, but not for a long time. I have a feeling that's one of their things that come and goes. Right? I mean, that is the thing. As a unemployed whiskey tuber, I hate asking for money. I don't want to, but I have to keep in mind that I'm not asking for it. I am telling the community that is watching that you are supporting me. You're actually supporting me. Like, it's not you're supporting the channel, you're actually supporting me being able to run this. I am lucky that my parents help me with funds. I am lucky that I can buy pretty much anything I want. I am not destitute, but I am definitely in the low income society. If I were to tell you exactly how much I made officially per year, it's definitely less than 20,000. And I don't know if people think that's a lot or a little, but you can't do all the fun stuff. I definitely have lots of bottles. I will never pretend I don't. But I want to share that with others. And of course, I want to experience as many whiskeys as possible in my lifetime. Hopefully. We'll see. Don't worry about it. My parents are very chill, thankfully. And yes, I definitely slip on typing things all the time. It's especially fun when I'm trying to promote the channel and promote the stream. I think I did it earlier today. I forgot what I wrote, but I definitely missed a letter and then fixed it. Ugh. Ugh. You feel a bit silly. All right, we're coming down to the wire. Again, thank you all of you who donated to the PayPal, because that was just like a offhand flippant thing, kind of a joke, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you want money? Poof, there, go buy a bottle. I love that. Every time that happens, I'm dumbfounded. I don't know how to thank everyone properly. But again, I will post on Instagram any bottle I buy, and I will thank all of the community people who decided to donate. Not directly, because one of my fears is saying thank you, especially to so and so, and then other people start to try to get money from you, and I don't want to do that. You only give me money, not them. No, that's a joke. But I know there are certain people out there who would do things in a weird way. Hopefully not in the whiskey tube community or the whiskey community in general, but possibly. I think that's one of the biggest things in my head that's scary, that people try to scam other people. I know that does happen with buying bottles, so it is a fear in the whiskey tube community. At least it hasn't really happened. I haven't seen it happen. I haven't heard it happen. Everyone has been generous and kind and friendly and generally welcoming to everyone who joins the whiskey tube community. So hopefully nothing bad will happen, but you never know. I get paranoid. It is not. Stop it. We're not allowed to talk bad about ourselves here. I do that for myself all the time. Not allowed. Yeah. I mean, all I can give is my opinion. That's all I got. And if other people feel like their palate is close to mine, all the better. As I've said, I do not have a refined palate. I do not have any special nose. I have a mustache, but that's about it. I don't know if that gives me any smelling superpowers. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It'd be funny if it did. Dave Morgan, thank you for being here, as always. It's been a pleasure to have all of you here. I will post when I do get the bottle. It won't be until Tuesday, because as my father reminded me, I have to wait until Tuesday to bring my car into the shop and figure out what the hell is wrong with the car, what the hell is leaking out of it. Again, hopefully it's just windshield wiper. Windshield wiper fluid and not brake fluid, because I'm fairly certain if it's brake fluid, that'll cost more. And guess what? I'm not paying for it. My parents are, because I don't have any extra money. It's just how it works. Hopefully it's nothing serious. My hope is also that it's just a busted tube of some sort, like there's something that connects to something else and it just broke. That would be okay. Nothing major. As long as it's nothing major. Good God, that car has lasted me so long, and there's no way I could get another car anytime soon, unless I start making thousands of dollars a month from this whiskey tube thing in Patreon or something. It's just not feasible. Till that happens, not a thing. Hasn't happened yet, but I definitely appreciate everyone who donates to the channel. Wow, suddenly it's the end of the stream. That happened really fast. It can. That's the one thing. My tongue is very good at figuring out the spiciness and stuff and the general textures, I guess. Until next time, I hate to cut it short. Live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. I will see you all again Friday and next Sunday. And Sláinte. Okay, bye.